All right, guys. So this week we are reviewing Jurassic World Dominion. This is going to be our non-spoiler review first, of course. But here's a little synopsis for y'all if y'all didn't already know. So, 4 years after the destruction of Isla Nublar, dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside humans all over the world, which was the end of the second movie, or Fallen Kingdom. This fragile balance will reshape the future and determine whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on a planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures. Directed by Colin Trevorrow, starring Chris
Huh.
Pratt,
I
of
don't think
course,
that was a
Bryce
movie
Dallas
that I
Howard, Laura
watched, but
Dern, and all the good people from the original,
Yep.
the OGs.
Yeah. Well, he basically said the movie's about whether or not dinosaurs
Huh.
can coexist with humans.
if it was actually about that, it might have been a good movie.
Yes.
That's what it was supposed to be about. Was it about that?
That
Maybe.
I wouldn't say it
listen,
would be
it
like
was
for like
about
the
that
middle
for like
15
the first 20
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. I thought we start with guns. I'm gonna start with my guns. So, well, I have a few different ones, but I'm just gonna say two kind of minor ones real quick. The plot armor. I know they've had this in every movie, but it gets me every time.
I really thought
Like the main characters, they always have the plot armor in these movies, and it's frustrating. I mean, I guess they need to, but it's still.
Can I tell you a secret?
So now it's your turn.
I forgot to write down cons, so I'm
Moaning in the mic,
racking my
bro.
brain,
It's not
even
that
though I
kind of
saw
pod.
it like 2 days ago for stuff that I didn't like. um,
Homie forgot the movie already.
yeah.
Okay, I'll go. What do you think? I just the biggest thing about this movie before y'all get it, before y'all go watch it or whatever y'all want to do with your life, with is there's so many plot lines and conflicting storylines, and I feel like at the end of the day, some of them are just there to find like as an excuse to get like the whole group together
I
at one
agree.
point in the movie.
It's like messy almost.
It's very messy, and obviously the pacing suffers from it. It's almost like the writers all had like 3 or 4 different stories, and we're like, we can do them all. It's okay. This is the last one. Let's do it.
It's like they were playing a coin flip for what scene goes where, or for what scene makes the cut.
Yeah,
I think what
exactly.
they were trying to do is obviously follow the story of like Owen, because he's from all the Jurassic World movies. But then they have brought in, the characters from Jurassic Park. So obviously they want to follow the stories of Jurassic Park and they haven't met yet. But then there's like the main problem that neither one of the character groups are kind of going towards in the moment. So there's like all these different things going on that they have to bring together. But
It's weird because they like try to give them a common enemy, but they don't give them common goals. Like each of their goals are completely different, so that's why it doesn't work. Like they tried a 5-head, have this big interconnecting story where they end up meeting, but they didn't do it good enough, so it just kind of it's just stale.
Yeah, it's just doesn't
and
work.
because of it, I feel like they didn't really follow the dinosaurs as much. It was this movie kind of was more about the people and not really about the dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that was actually
and,
one of my cons that I had just thought of, but yeah.
and because of that, the conflicting storylines, and because of what you said, Anthony, it makes it feel like the movie drags for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I couldn't
Like
tell
it felt
if
longer than it should have been.
at the theaters I went to Synergy and I had ordered food and my food never made it. So I couldn't tell if it felt long because I was waiting for my food thinking it was going to get there and it never did, or if because the movie was actually long.
Hey, so what did you do after the movie? Did you go get your food?
No, I went and they gave me money back.
Oh, that's
So
like
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
they
let's get your
said that
money
I
back,
was like
bro.
the last person and they to order a burger, but they didn't know they were out of patties, so they didn't get to tell me before I left. And I was like,
Dang.
but y'all had my movie theater seat. Y'all could have just
That was
We
like
came and
wouldn't have
told
told
me.
you.
Yeah.
burger.
No,
Didn't
they
get my
didn't want. They
barbecue
didn't
bacon
want to.
burger.
They didn't want to bother you, bro, with your barbecue bacon burger. All right. Did you want to go with another con, Edward, or do
Okay,
you
I
have
think
one?
that pretty much covered it. I think like the biggest cons were the bad pacing due to the bad writing. I don't think there was like too much other crazy stuff going on.
And that's all you really need to know, to be honest, with the cons,
That's fair.
at least for non
It
spoilers.
may seem
Mhm.
like a little bit, but they're pretty big ones. Like just because there are a couple does not mean that it's not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right, pros. You want to step into pros then, Edward?
Yeah. The CG was beautiful. The dinosaurs were like absolutely fucking stunning, and it made me just happy. It warmed my little child heart that wanted to be a paleontologist, seeing all the dinosaurs running around.
There was even some scenes that I could tell they did a little bit of practical
Oh
too,
yeah,
which I
there are
liked.
some where they definitely brought back like the puppet style that they did in like the originals. It was really cool.
I even like I you can't say that like even the OG characters were really good because like they still had the same like motivations and stuff. Like they didn't mess with them too much,
Yeah,
but um
I like their relationship too.
even
Like,
even oh yeah, but even like what's her name? Is her name Claire, the redhead? Even like her, like they they're still trying to like get the dinosaurs from like black market salesmen,
yeah, yeah,
poachers and stuff.
yeah. They, I feel like all the characters they did really good with their development. You know what I mean? And that would have been good if they spent more time on the dinosaurs. But I mean, they okay. So the con is that this movie was more about the people, the humans, and the dinosaurs. But in the same time, they did really good with the relationships and the connections and the development with the characters. I think.
I think for the most part, I didn't like the clone girl at all. I didn't like her plot line. I feel like hers was way
These
more
are pros.
messy, but I did like what they did with the other guys. Like it warmed my heart to see the original trio come back and all meet up. It just made it felt good to see them on the screen.
I agree. It was nostalgic. I want how they did really good with the casting with the clone girl and the original. I feel like they looked so alike.
They did.
I mean, I don't know what they did like post shooting or whatever
Like if they did
to
any,
help
I
that
don't think they did any
good.
face replacement because like
Yeah, I don't think so either.
they had a
That's
lot of
crazy.
detailed
Good
close
casting.
up face shots for that.
I was gonna ask you how can you tell that they used like the old they use what is it called um practical effects? How could you tell?
For the dinosaurs,
Just
Yeah,
some of the range of motion and some of the puppets
yeah,
you could tell.
sometimes when they would move, like they would be a little bit more stiff than
Yeah,
smooth, and the ones that were more stiff were animatronic. But it was like so slightly you could barely tell, but it just felt like part of the movie, you know.
especially if you've seen the original, you can tell.
right. Interesting.
At least I thought you could tell. So
What else did y'all like about the movie?
Noah,
Nice.
no, it's your turn.
I I can talk.
No, you're still
Okay.
banned actually. Anthony, you want to give another one?
Yeah.
All right, Noah, take it
Mark kind of
away.
stole notes. He was going.
Nematodes. Anyways, I did really like, and I mean y'all are all gonna like it when you'll see it. Is the action scenes with the dinos. Like at least when there were action scenes with the dinos, they were like really good, and they were like
They were.
the same old fun that any Jurassic movie can at least give you for one or two scenes
Oh yeah, I agree.
involving the dinos. Like you're not gonna be complaining about the action scenes. I'll tell you that.
Nope, it was really cool. They were actually really tense too.
Oh yeah, one of oh never mind, I can't say that.
I guess
I'll
especially
tell you
knowing
one of
that
my
it's
favorite
like
scenes.
knowing it's like the third like the finale of a series, you always everything always feels more tense because it's like the finale.
Yeah,
So you never know where the writers are going with it because if they wanted to really they could just nuke everyone. So it just always keeps you on your toes no matter what.
but they might do that. They might not. We don't know.
Exactly.
They did. They did actually.
Yeah, they
Everyone's dead.
decided to nuke the island, just destroy the dinosaurs.
Once and
But
for
they,
all.
of course, left room for another trilogy with nuclear mutated dinosaurs, of course.
Teenage
Dude,
Mutant
I feel
Ninja Dinosaurs.
okay. This is gonna be. I know we're in the pros. I just want to do one more quick con. I feel like they left it open at the end there. There's a possibility that if they really wanted to, they could do more movies. And I just really hope they don't. Like, I feel like okay, this trilogy wasn't the best trilogy. I mean, it was good, but I think it should end now. You know, I think this is where it should stop.
Yeah,
But
I don't know what else they could do.
I don't see the studio greenlighting another one because of how bad this one flopped with critics.
that's fair.
It's probably gonna reboot in another 20 years or something.
It'll give our
Yeah.
grandkids something to do,
Yeah, next generation of kids.
just so
That
they
was the
don't
point.
lose the rights to it.
At least I thought that was the point of like Jurassic World when it came out, was just to show the next generation of kids. You know,
Jurassic World,
Dino.
I like Jurassic World.
So did I. I really did. I thought it was a very fun,
They ruined it.
nostalgic path down memory lane in Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. 'Cause I love Jurassic Park. But that's all we can really say before we like tiptoe into spoiler territory. This movie's just, at its core, this movie's just, a simple dino movie. It's probably what kind of would. I mean, it dives into a little bit more lore and stuff, but other than that, I mean, you're gonna get what you paid for sure.
Dinosaur action movie. So,
Yeah.
to sum it up.
That's all you need to know.
Would you guys recommend?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend it unless you are a big fan of Jurassic Park.
I mean, I would recommend it.
This is one of those
If,
things where I think if you're just looking for something fun and entertaining to watch, this will definitely tickle that bone for
I
you.
think if you watch the previous Jurassic Worlds, why not watch this one? Like, this one was good.
If you suffered through Fallen Kingdom, you might as well stick it out for the rest of the ride.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm glad not the only one. I saw Fallen Kingdom and was tripping out when I came out the theater. I was like, I don't think I like this movie at all.
I didn't like Fallen Kingdom.
I was like, I think this movie was bad. But anyways, that's another story.
All right. And on that note, guys, if you haven't seen this movie and you plan on watching it, make sure you follow, put on that little notification bell that Spotify gives you the option to. That way you can see whenever we upload. And check out our YouTube channel and all of our social medias that are in the description below if you want to keep up with what we're doing. And check out our merch. We got some brand new hats, a lot of summer gear that it's nice, cool, and comfy for y'all. No matter how
Guaranteed
toasty.
to get you some mamas.
I won't get you some bitches though, trust me.
Yeah, that'll take a little more effort.
Right into the spoilers. God, I'm so happy they killed everyone.
Including the dinosaurs and humans. The whole human race is gone, guys.
So, the next movie in the series is How to Survive a Nuclear Apocalypse. Delves into zombie dinosaurs.
The next episode is actually good. I'm gonna episode. The next movie is gonna be all about how the caveman came back because everyone died, and now they're starting a whole new world.
Just a bunch of Neanderthals banging on their chest
and dying, getting eaten by all these dinosaurs. All right, boys.
Okay.
Spoiler cons.
Now we can talk about the plot armor. And like I said, he kind of, it's necessary for him to have it. I understand that in a dinosaur movie, if you're going to survive dinosaurs, you're going to need plot armor. But Owen could go like toe-to-toe against a T-Rex and he'd win.
Just stick his hand out and call it a day.
Yes, let's talk about that. Done. Let's talk about how this dude sticks his hand out, and I get it with the raptors, but he has no other reason to do it with any other dinosaurs anymore.
Yeah,
they just do it for the pose, bro. Knife in one hand, head to the other, so they can sell toys.
They even have my boy Alan go like this.
He might as well. That just might as well be his superpower. Like this might as well be like a Dino Whisperer movie.
Yeah,
like legit.
The only dinosaur it would make sense with is Blue and maybe her baby, who like picked up the habitual instincts. But anything other than that, he should just get his hand yoinked off.
To be fair, they did do that, but even he'd see some big old dinosaurs and try and do it.
And it would work.
Yeah, and it
It
would
would
work. I'm
work.
like, they're not even trained, bro. What are you doing?
And this is, I don't know, maybe this might be a dumb question, but why is it always raptors? It's always like in all the movies, it's always just the raptors. That, you know what I mean?
What do you mean, like the raptors that he controls?
No, it's like I feel like a huge part of the plot are raptors, and those are always like one of the main focus of the
It's
dinosaurs.
because if it isn't, it doesn't connect to Owen at all.
That's
Well,
fair.
that and because I
Like,
think the raptors and the T-Rex are the two like most notable dinosaurs. Like if you were to ask anyone a dinosaur that they know, it's either going to be a velociraptor or a T-Rex. So that's why
That's
they
also very
always
true.
include those two
that's
in there
fair.
somewhere.
They've been
That's
there
fair.
since the beginning, so
I
that's the one everyone
I
knows.
was really happy to see the Dimorphodons come back.
Dude, that subtle reference when the Dimorphodons killed the scientist was pretty cool.
Was
I
sick,
love
dude.
that.
I don't know if y'all noticed that, yeah, but the subtle reference to the first one when
I
the
Original.
also
dude died.
liked whenever oh, never mind. We're on cons. Let me stay in negative Nancy mode. I don't want
Let
to.
me stay in the negative
I want to
gears.
save some positives at the end so we can have a good ending.
I love the good ending.
Positive vibes, unless your name is Firestarter.
Okay, do you want to go then? Are you done, Anthony, or you got more?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go, dude?
Um, I'll dig a little bit deeper into the clone storyline that I didn't
Oh,
like. I
oh
felt
Lord.
like it was forced really, really hard. Like I feel like in the movie itself, she was like they try to hype her up to be this super important character when really she would like it was pretty useless.
Yeah, she didn't know
Like if
anything,
she
and you couldn't
like
really just see her.
her whole thing was she wanted to find the truth about how she was cloned and why. And they literally give her the whole truth on why she was
Yeah,
cloned and how. And she ran away anyways. Like if she would have
yeah.
just stayed there, like donated like a vial of blood and called it a day, the whole movie would have been fine. No dinosaurs would have been harmed. Like everything would have been okay.
Okay, so that's the other thing. Is she important because she's a cloned human?
Yes.
Because that's what I got out of it. But
Yes.
isn't the whole point the dinosaurs? So shouldn't it be like, oh, we need to learn how to clone these dinosaurs some more, so we need to study her? But she really didn't have
Well,
anything to do with the
no, it was
dinosaurs.
because whenever she was cloned, her mother had like some kind of genetic disease. So
Right,
she was cured of it when she was cloned, and that was
right,
the whole point, was to find that pathogen that makes like basically is like the cure to every disease possible, basically. So
right.
basically they
But
were trying to study her.
well, the movie isn't about curing
It
the
is
world
because
disease. It's about dinosaurs. You know what I
it's
mean?
about curing the locust disease that causes them
Oh
to
yeah,
mutate. And yeah, see,
duh.
you forgot that was even a plot line because it was stupid as shit.
We haven't
Man,
talked about
I
that at all.
I like the idea that stuff like that like is ruining the environment, but
I do too. I did
but
like.
I think it should that stuff could have been its own separate movie
I think if it
if they really
focused
Yeah,
on
wanted it to
that, it
be.
would have been a good movie. Or if it
Yeah,
focused
exactly.
specifically on like the dinosaur poaching, it would have been a good movie. Or even if
yeah.
it just focused on those two things, it would have been a good movie. But when you spend the whole movie about a girl getting kidnapped, like basically it was taken but with dinosaurs. Literally what this movie was.
Yeah,
Kinda,
but
yeah. And, like
I
4 other storylines.
they forgot until like the end though. Until like the last 20 minutes, Owen was like, "Hey, we need to get the baby raptor actually," and they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot."
I wonder what the fuck that baby raptor was doing that whole time.
Yeah, I know. It was just kind of chilling, running around.
I don't know. This movie was just really messy. There's literally like 1,000 different plot lines going on, and they tried to five head it and have them all connected, but it didn't work. To
It was
mention,
gross.
I watched this movie with Noelle, and we both like the first thing we said to each other when we left was like, "Evelyn was kind of weak, like very weak,
Yeah.
Very weak. Didn't even feel like a villain.
right? Like it felt like instead of him causing stuff to happen, the clone running away from him is what triggered everything. Like he didn't necessarily like he did the locust thing, but once they had the girl, it was gonna fix the locust thing. and then she ran away, and that's what caused the whole movie to happen, is her running away.
Hey, you're totally forgetting the Gigachatosaurus.
Oh, you mean the thing that literally they brought up once and then did nothing with until the very end? Because they forgot about it and they needed a T-Rex to fight something?
I also
That's
love how he showed up conveniently at the wrong times.
Uh,
that T-Rex at the end was the original T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park. That's
Dude,
crazy.
the T-Rex will never die.
I was about to say, you're talking about plot armor on people. Talk about the plot armor on that fucking T-Rex, bro.
That's true.
A
Even
homie's
that
like 9-0 and fighting things 10 times bigger and genetically stronger than him.
even that blind creature helped kill the Gigachatosaurus, and then
The
he was like, "All right,
Therizinosaur?
T-Rex, you're king." I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, they dapped each other up and were like, all right, good shit, bro.
Yeah,
They just
they're
walked
like, "All
off.
right, bro, got rid of the big baddie. Now we can ride off
Which
into the
is not
sunset
how
with
that
the
would have
story."
worked. They would have been fighting to the death right after that.
Yeah, I legit thought they were gonna fight after, but then the T-Rex did this little roar and shit, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Whatever."
Or
I
how
did thought
I
I
thought it
did
was
think
dumb how easily the claws slid in when the T-Rex pushed it, and I was like, bro, why didn't the bird just do that on his own if it were that sharp? Like they could have just
That's
stabbed
true.
any part of its body and called it a day.
That's very true.
they have to drag on the story a little bit longer, but I actually it wouldn't make sense if the T Rex died. But when I thought he did die because it showed his body and then his eyeball, I was like, "Oh damn, he's actually dead. That sucks."
Same, and then it moved, and I was like, bro,
Yeah, I was
how are
like,
you
"Damn,
gonna
all
go
right,
like a whole legacy trilogy and not kill off a single like legacy character? I thought they were
poor
gonna kill
dinosaur."
Owen so many times. Like I thought they were
Dude,
setting him up to sacrifice himself.
I thought Ian was gonna die for a second.
Me too. I thought he was gonna sacrifice himself, and it would have been like, damn, that's probably like the most G way that he could go out.
Yeah, I was like, "No." But
I would have
anyways,
liked the movie more if they killed Owen and Ian. Would have
I
posed
would
some real
actually like
stakes.
to. I would like to talk about Owen real quick. I felt like he was super sidelined. I don't. I legit want to know how many lines he had in the movie because it didn't
I
feel like that many.
agree. They literally only had him in there to keep them safe from dinosaurs, and that was it.
And
They had
to
him
raise his
there to
hand,
do the
Oh, hand, yeah.
to do the little hand thing.
11
Oh, and
mind
he
control
rode his
shit.
motorcycle with the Raptors again. So
And he also had plot armor, like Anthony said. He should have died when he fell in that water with the raptor.
Oh, 10 trillion percent.
should have died multiple times.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I
Ridiculous.
was kind of upset that they didn't do more. Like they introduced like the Indoraptors being used by mercenaries to train and hunt things, like with the little laser, and I was really like sad they didn't like do anything more with that.
You're right. Yeah, to tie it up.
Because I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a big like busting like black market dino movies, and like there's gonna be all kind of mercenaries using attack dinos. That's pretty cool. And then they did it for like 5 minutes, and then
Which regular characters just outran, by the way.
yeah, like just a
Yeah,
normal dude who was outrunning an Indoraptor,
yeah.
which is shown to be like just as fast as a cheetah when it's a baby.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Anyways,
Noah.
let's slide into our pros. We shit on this movie enough.
Very fair. Very fair. All right, Anthony, your turn. Round table, baby.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say now.
Hmm.
What were we talking about earlier? What was my pro?
Yes,
Yes.
You know,
I don't know.
you know how it goes.
I don't
I don't know
remember.
what your pro was.
I'll add on to whatever you all say. Go ahead.
Okay. Before y'all, I don't want y'all to steal this. I really liked the OG survival feel whenever they felt helpless and they're just trying to hide and survive from it. Like my favorite scene in the movie is when Claire is hiding from that the blind dinosaur.
Oh, whenever
Like that
she's going in
that
the water.
actually had that had so much tension. And then even the dinosaur, because he feels like the sound waves, and even the dinosaur when he was looking above the water, I was like, oh my gosh.
Me too. I thought that was
That's
so sick.
terrifying.
I would have caught that.
And I was really hoping they were gonna do more of the movie like that. I thought the whole movie, like the rest of the movie, was gonna be like survive the park, get to the girl, and that's gonna be it. But they just literally just full sprinted through like nothing happened right after that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They saw the building and they were like, "All right, I'm just gonna get through the forest and do all that." No, but that dinosaur is one of the scariest like situations to be in.
Right?
I will say another thing that I liked. I feel like this movie compared to the other two, well, maybe not the first Jurassic World, but definitely Fallen World or whatever it's called. I feel like it had a lot of references to Jurassic Park, and I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah,
Like I feel like they mentioned it quite a bit.
I feel like you can't bring back the OG without having some
Bringing it up.
references like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Right.
it's pretty cool. Even my boy Alan was still digging up some stuff, some bones,
Yeah. I
paleontologist.
like how Alan, they were in the plane and he's like, no, we can just like control them from this like chip in their brain. And he's like, don't you think that's harsh? And the guy's like, do you know how many voltages were on the fences in Jurassic
Just like,
Park?
yes, yes, I do, motherfucker.
It's like, yes, I know, I was there. The T-Rex broke down one of them. Like,
Yes, it almost
come on, dog.
destroyed my grandchildren. Thanks.
Which is what I've always loved about the OGs is they're like normal people. They're not like some
They're
Yeah.
heroes.
just dudes.
Yeah, they're just dudes trying to survive.
And then another thing that I noticed, so y'all remember in the first one when I don't know the names of the dinosaurs, they saw that long neck, in the first one,
Brontosaurus.
and they were
A
just like blown away.
Brontosaurus. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in this one, they did the same thing when they were flying over and they saw it.
Mhm.
What's her name? Ellie? She
Yeah.
had the same exact reaction. So, like, even like, what, 30? Is it 30 years or something? Like, she's still like amazed. You know what I mean?
I'd be amazed too, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But you bring up the Brontosaurus. I was just want to say I love the scene when the construction place where they're like, "Oh, guys, the Brontosauruses are in the way of our construction. Here, we gotta
Yeah.
move real quick." That was
It
pretty
was so
cool.
pretty. That was such a pretty shot. Like the
Dude,
cinematography in that was beautiful.
anytime they shoot the Brontosauruses, it's always a pretty shot.
It's always majestic.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's glorious. My favorite.
um,
But yeah, Edward.
mm, the music was cool. Like,
Yeah.
like they did the thing that a lot of remakes do, where they repurpose the old movie for nostalgia purposes and just add some modern day 808s behind it and call it a day. And it works. Shit, makes it feel way more epic.
They even had
Yeah.
some remixes of the original.
Da-da-da.
Right into the dubstep when the dinosaurs coming to kill you.
The OG soundtrack will never be touched by anything in my heart. So
Nope.
I remember playing that in band like all the time.
Wait,
yes.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day that we'd go out to march, I'd like play it on the way there.
Oh dear, there was a lot of songs that
Shit
we
slapped.
play. Shit slapped, and then we played the Rocky song.
All right, and boys, do y'all get?
And it was an enjoyable movie, I think.
It was a fun watch.
Aside from the messy plots, like multiple plots, I think it was still pretty. It was entertaining, especially like the action scenes towards the end.
Yeah. What do y'all want to drop? Y'all rating is if y'all don't have anything else.
I think I'll give it a 7.
IG7. Nice.
I would give it a 4.5.
Oh,
I give it a 5.
I can't do the messy plot, bro. It gave me a
A
headache.
5, I think, is really generous for me, considering what I usually give movies with shitty stories like this one.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
like y'all said, it was very entertaining, but like, golly, that story, man, I was like, what is going
I
on?
feel like nostalgia bumps it up 3 points, so I feel like really deep down I want to say it's like a 3 or a 2.5, but I'll stick with the 5.
Honestly, that's fair. I don't
Nice.
blame you. That pretty much wraps it up for our podcast, guys. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure to leave a review, please, if y'all can. Right down wherever you're watching it, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or if y'all want to talk crap to us on YouTube, wherever you're watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you want to talk crap to us on our IG, then just talk crap to us. Tell us our opinions wrong. And like Edward said earlier, make sure to check out merch.streamelements.com/looking hangout for our merch shop. And Subscribe, like on YouTube, and check out our socials at _ the hooligan hangout _ on all platforms. And say hi to your mom for us. We'll see y'all later.
Mm.